Hi everyone, welcome to my latest urban sketching video. In this I'm going to be taking you along to the Art Gallery of Ontario for a sketching session. And this was a session that was put together by the Toronto chapter of the Urban Sketchers group. So there was a fair number of us sketching in the gallery that day. And this is the scene that I decided to sketch on location. There's lots of natural light coming in, one of Frank Gehry's feature stairs, and then lots of activity happening on the ground floor. And so, like usual, I start in pencil, just very quickly mapping out the drawing. What I'm doing with my fingers is I've created a basic unit to measure out the scene, and then I'm applying that measurement to the page in my sketchbook, and then just getting some construction lines down, and then notionally sketching in people. It's interesting trying to sketch people as they're moving. I try to get them in pencil, and then when I start drawing in pen, sometimes it's a different person, and I just use the pencil for reference and try to replicate what I'm seeing at the time I'm doing the pen work. So just getting some of the curves of the stair in. And once I have the basic lines of the drawing down, I start to draw in pen. I try not to draw over top of my pencil lines too much, although you can see I'm doing that here. Aspirationally, I'd like to get to the point where I'm drawing just in pen. I find you get a lot more, a lot richer line work that way. And there was a nice workshop or something going on. There was a lot of people gathering and working on these tables, coming in and out. It was a nice moment to sketch. You may have heard in the background a little bit of crying. I have some very happy news. My wife and I welcomed our first born daughter about a month ago. So everybody's doing well and healthy. And I'm trying to get a little bit back into these videos, but they're going to be a lot less frequent for the next few months, I think. And then just trying to add some value with the pen. There's a lot of natural light. It was like an overcast day, and it made just really nice lighting conditions for drawing, and in this case filming over. So this is about where I got to on location that day before the throwdown. So this is where everybody gathers to share their sketches at the end of, I think it was about a 2-hour meetup that day, and everybody shares their sketchbooks, and you can see there's a huge variety in the types of mediums used, the types of subject matter. It's really inspiring to see everybody's sketches at the end of the session. And so after, I did want to go home and add some color to my sketch. We couldn't use wet medium in the gallery, so I'm going to go over my process for watercoloring at home after the fact. And so I'm working on off of photographs and adding my watercolor layers that way. So I'm starting with the bases. I have the blue sky at the top of the sketch. This is a very long portrait composition, so it's sort of hard to fit in video format, but that's what I was working at the beginning, and then getting some warm tones in for the floor, the walls, and the stairs. I really want to simplify my watercolor approach. I find I end up layering a lot of sort of light tones on top of each other instead of getting a very clear whitewash, or light wash rather, and then building up diligently. And if you have tips or you have videos of your own you'd like to share about how you add watercolor to your urban sketches or just watercolor in general, please share. I'm looking to develop this and get faster and more efficient. And at this point, we've added in our base colors and layered in some darker shadows at the underside of the stairs, and then some of the walls that are in shadow. And now I'm adding some color to the people. There was a lot of vibrant clothing that they were wearing, and I wanted to, in contrast to the rest of the sketch, have the most saturated colors in this portion of the drawing to really make it the focal point of the sketch, and have everybody's clothing very highly saturated and bright to draw your eye to this portion of the sketch. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll be making a few others, I think from home, for the next little while to practice my skills, so that'll be better when I am able to get out and sketch on location again. And here's the final result. Thank you so much for watching.